Let's have some fun, you guys. People will still be showing up. We're gonna get loose with some mobility here, and then we're gonna do class number 1, which today is gonna be leg hook takedown, as well as the trap and roll escapes from the mount, some open guard passes after the trap and roll. So it's gonna be very fun, great solo class. Our friend Mike there mentioned the idea of using a grappling dummy. Grappling dummy generally, for techniques where you're on top of the person, they're pretty helpful, they're pretty good, but for techniques like today, trap and rolls and bottom and escape techniques, and or takedowns, you know, they don't have incredible value because all the motions are gonna be from the bottom coming up, and it's hard to keep them upright sometimes when they're just all floppy. So let's have some fun. Welcome to lesson number 1. Hidon, take it away. Get us opened up and get us loose. Let's do this.
Rocking, let's start rocking back and forth. And maybe stretch your legs, extend your legs. Rocking and extend. And when you go backwards, go a little bit on your neck, just barely. And now let's go over our shoulder, and my foot touches the ground, my feet touch the ground, and then I come back forward again, and then my feet touch the ground, and then back forward, and forward. And now legs forward, and then we'll take the legs to the right side, and then push off your hand, and then catch yourself. Throw your legs to the left, push and catch, and push and catch. Yeah. There you go. There. And now stay right here, keep it here. Keep it to the right side, let's say. It doesn't matter what side actually, but keep it to one side in small circles, loosening the hips. And then, there, other direction. And now I'm gonna throw my back foot and catch it with my opposite hand right here. And catch it here, and lean a little bit, and catch it. There are many techniques where you have to move your upper body to allow space for the lower body. I feel like this is me doing jiu-jitsu right here.
Right.
Yeah. And then my back leg steps up, and then I sit right here, both legs pointing in the same direction. Yes, if that feels good on your knee, sit as low as you can. If not, sit up a little bit, whatever feels right. And then put your hand down to the side of the leg that's up and sit. And now we're on the other side. Circles. Today's my favorite class. I'm not gonna let Henner say one word once we hit the ground.
I will teach the standing technique, and then I'll forfeit the stage.
I might have to get our dummy over there to really guarantee that. Back leg, throw my back leg, touch it.
Trap and roll.
Throw my back leg, touch it. Throw my back. Yeah. Beautiful. Hands down. Actually, no, we have to do this side. Other leg steps up. And now we're here in this hunter squat on the other side. And then from here in a moment, I'm gonna keep this foot on the ground and pivot my knee that's down up so that I'm in a squat. I'm gonna rotate though, so I can see you guys more. So my back leg is gonna pivot up so I can sit here.
Who can squat all the way down? This is good. If you have to keep your heels off the ground a little bit, you can. Maybe use your hands a little bit. But the goal is to be able to, or you can use a wall. Putting your back against the wall makes it to where you don't lose your balance in the squat. So if you need a wall to put your hips down and keep your heels down, it's worth it. It's official. Classes start Monday here in Jiu-Jitsu Heaven.
Break fall. And get up in base.
Both legs folded, you guys. Both legs ankle to ankle. Put your hands down on the side of your flat leg. Ankle to ankle like this, one up, one down. Both hands down. And then stand up in that side.
And we can go back down.
Hands down. You can do a little jump back. You see that? You do a little jump back as we come up. Nice. Come on.
2 more, 4 per side.
Boom.
Other side.
Three, last one. 4. Okay, you ready? They're ready. You guys ready? I'm ready. So the standing technique for today, you guys, leg hook takedown. Classic. You enter into the clinch. What's the clinch? It's this position of grabbing someone closely in an attempt to avoid dangerous strikes, because he has one range where his strikes are most dangerous, right here, all the way at the end of those strikes. So if I'm out here, green zone. If I'm right here, red zone. If I'm right here, green zone. Okay, he can still reach me, but he can't knock me out. I'm too close. So if you can't back up and you can't exit the fight, you want to go all the way in. Simple as that. Once we're in the clinch, there are different ways to take this person to the ground if that's the objective. When would that not be the objective? Multiple attackers, right? If I'm in a fight here, boom, and I grab this guy, and now his friends are coming, and it's like, what's up? I back up and I'm out. Okay, I got to get out of this fight as quickly as possible. So you can go in to get out, or you can go in to take this person down. And as I clinch him to take him down, if he don't establish a really strong stance, really strong wide base, it's hard to fold him down. So you make a base, look, so I'll step in, I'll hook his leg, and then down we go. And then we enter into the full mount. So his wide stance is strong in many ways, but it's also very compromised in other ways. And we're gonna take advantage of where it's compromised. Okay, so we're gonna hook their leg and take them down. For preparation of this, okay, let's do a solo kind of prep. Everyone stand up in base. Patrick, come on up, champ. Let's stand up in base. Thank you. We're right here. What I want you guys to do is do this little drill first, where our knees are bent. We're in a strong little base, okay? And all I want to do is take one leg, step up, forward, set up, step, and then I'm going to hook his leg, and then put it back down and go back down. So set up, step, hook, down, down. So before you hook a leg, you always want to step closer to then have a better balance for that actual hook. Down, down.
Start with your feet wide.
Boom.
So you can
feet are wide. Feet are wide. Boom. Then I do a little step closer to my existing foot, and then with that existing setup step, I can now hook calf to calf, pick their leg up, down and back out. Set up, hook, down, down. Now there's also, come here, Hidon. There's also an element here that happens. Let's do it on this side since that's the side I'm on. If I'm gonna hook this leg, so watch the setup step. I do one, I lean into him, I hook his leg, and then we turn him slightly in the direction we're going. There's a little slight turn. So what happens is, once you're here, you do your setup step, you hook. There's also a little pivot that happens on the base leg. So setup step, everybody. Let's hook, and then on your toe, just pivot, pivot, and keep your foot up, and then step back down in base. Very nice, yep. So envision a slight, maybe 90-degree turn, even less than 90 degrees, in the direction, and then catch yourself with that same leg. So one more time. Grab a clinch, imaginary clinch. Everyone wrap their body here, your head is close to their chest. Setup step, little setup step.
Make sure you pivot on the ball of your foot.
Boom.
Take your
and then
heel off the ground.
Catch yourself on the way down. Put your foot down on the way down. Boom. One more time.
The heel.
Base. Yeah, pivot on your ball of your foot, not your heel there, guys. Keep your heel off the ground.
Almost like you're hopping on one foot.
Boom. I set up step. Everybody set up. From there, calf to calf. Little turn. Catch yourself on the ground. Beautiful. Once you catch yourself on that stance, we're going to descend into the mount with our hands first, and then our back leg comes in, and we go to the full mount. Okay, so backing up right here. Do that from, let's all do that one time just right here. Let's assume we already did the hook. Right here, take one big step, bend your knee, put your hands out, and then the back leg kind of crawl forward into the full mount. Yes, you end up in the full mount. Reset, back up a little so you have space. So here we just did the hook, we did the turn. Look, step, change levels, walk forward, and then crawl into the mount. Boom, full mount. Yeah, your hands kind of do a little, very nice, William. Let's go again. Watch your base right here, in base. Come on. Yes, reset. Nice, boom, step, everyone get low. Step, safety step, change levels, walk, 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 come into the full mount. Great, now, watch how it looks all together. So I'm in the clinch. I'll do it once with you, that's a good idea. Just to give you guys context here now. So we're in the clinch, boom, you start pushing away, moving, fighting away. His base is there, watch this, set up step, calf to calf, release. I put my foot down, I change level, I walk in, and I go. Okay, so everyone together, grab the clinch, wrap their waist. I'm wrapping here with my left hand, and I'm grabbing my own wrist, look, with no thumb. Not here, right there, no thumb. So I'm here tight, connected. Look, everybody take your setup step, calf to calf, turn, step, get low, walk, walk, crawl, 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 go. Nice, very nice, Greg. Reset. Come on up, watch your base on the way up. Good, William, good, Greg. Good, Adrian. Here we go, clinch, everybody clinch. Move a little in your clinch. Everybody move a little in the clinch. Tight, 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 tight. Watch, set up, step, and hook. Release and walk. Nice, reset, do it again.
Good, Greg.
Very nice, good, Marcus. Reset, come on up. Awesome, guys. Here we go. Step in, clinch, got him, follow, 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 follow. Here's his wide base, step, set up, step, hook, turn, catch yourself, walk it in, go.
Yep, great, Mike, also. You guys, the idea is to land as softly as possible. The person you take down, they might land hard, but you land at a separate speed, a separate intensity, so you don't hurt your knees, you don't bounce and get thrown off the top of the mount.
Yeah, some of you are wondering, why are we landing so gently? Why don't we crash this guy down into the concrete? Well, we have other ways.
Well, hold on, he might crash into the concrete.
My point is, why don't we just hook and go, boom, and crash?
No, they're not wondering. This is jiu-jitsu. Of course they're not wondering that.
Gentle art. Listen, you guys, we have other ways to break them later. The descent, if you slam too hard on the person together without controlling your descent, you can bounce and you can lose position very easily. So you won't want to lose control. You don't want to get your hands crushed under their back. So letting them go is very important. Hito, do it to me once, and then do it solo once. Watch Hito, guys. From the clinch, he steps in. He's in. I'm in strong base. Trying to throw him. He does his little setup. Look, 1, 2. He releases. Look, he's controlled. You take them down, you lose their balance, and down they go. And the effect, stand up, please. The effect we're having on the opponent here, square your stance a little this way. There you go, wide base, strong. The effect that we're having on their leg is this. We're stepping in, we're bumping, and we're turning. So it's very much kind of like a single leg, but you're doing it by hooking their leg and sweeping it out of the way with that small pivot. And that's why the technique is so effective. Any questions on the leg hook takedown before we transition to the ground technique? Any questions? If they pop up here, let us know, you guys. Excellent. Let's try the other side. Everyone up in base. Back up. Other side. So if I was here, look, my clinch right now, I'm wrapping the subject around the right. Look at this, very important detail. Very important detail. Whichever arm is wrapping their body, my head, that's the deep wrap. I grab that wrist like this, and my head is facing the inside because I'm on this side of Hito's body. Boom. If he was turned a little the other way, my head would be facing the other way. I wrap and I grab and I hold here. So my positioning is a function of his shoulder angle. Boom. And I can't control it. He's gonna move in the fight. I'm gonna change if I need to. Once I get into that clinch, previously I was hugging here with my left ear on the chest. Whatever you were doing before, let's switch it. Hug with the other hand, everyone, switch sides. Grab your wrist on the other hand, put your other ear on the chest, strong stance. And then recognize that we're gonna do a setup step with the other foot, hook with the other foot, little turn, safety step, and go. Nice. Beautiful. Last one. Here we go, guys.
I would step your left foot a little further forward, Holly, after you do the hook.
Big step on that safety step, yeah. It's not soft. It's pretty much a nice lunge, reach out with that foot. It's a pretty substantial step. So we're in that clinch. On the weak side again. Head tight, head tight. Get ready. Set up, step, hook the leg, turn, step, let go. Come on down. Follow up. Beautiful. Nice, Josh. Excellent. Okay. Beautiful, guys. Leg hook takedown. We're set. Hito's going to take it away now. Once we hit the ground, we would like to end up on top, but it's conceivable that in the scuffle here, big boy turns and lands on top. Boom! He gets on top of you. He could be striking, he could be choking, he could be headlocking you and smashing you with their body weight if they've done a little wrestling. Who knows? In all cases, we got to escape them out. We don't have to, but we want to. And how we do that, there are many classes that just discuss that, but today is trap and roll.
Let's do it, Michael, first.
Yes.
So let's start with, we're gonna watch me first, and then we're gonna all lay down and do this. So from lying on our backs, we're gonna have our feet close to our hips, and then I'm gonna bridge and just touch over my shoulder. See that? So I bridge off my 2 feet onto my shoulder, and then my opposite hand goes across. And then I can do this side. So let's all lay on our backs. Laying down, please. Both feet in close. Elbows tucked in close to your body. And now as you raise your hips up, reach up with your right hand over to your left side. Beautiful. And then go back down, and then do it to the other side. Good. Let's do 3 on each side.
Nice, James. Good, Lance. Make sure you look in the direction you're going, you guys. Make sure you look in the direction you're going.
Every time I do this, I almost like I reset my feet.
We'll do it in a second, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
great.
Beautiful.
Reaching, touching, beautiful.
What happens is this, when you roll somebody, when you do these movements, your body moves away, so this gap is created. The closer your feet are to your hips, the higher the bridge will be. So now Hender's mounted on me, and We'll discuss first the standard variation, which is when somebody's pinning you down, grabbing your jacket, choking you, holding you in any manner. They're giving you a gift, and the gift is their arm. In many cases, if I just simply raise my hips, he can fall because he's so committed to holding me. But just in case he plans on posting his hand, I'm gonna trap his wrist and grab his tricep. And now pull your arm out, and now I'm stuck to his arm. From here, I trap the foot, like I said, raise the hips up, and I roll over, landing on my knees, blocking both arms. I can disengage.
Jump up for this one,
I can put my hands on his hips, his stomach, and get away. Or I can keep fighting. So, standard trap and roll. Wrist grab, tricep grab, foot trap. Look at the slight angle of my knee right here. So my foot is almost, sometimes it even steps on his foot. It's not necessarily flat, it's a slight angle. Rotate again. Tricep grab and thumbless grab on the wrist. Both are glued tight, both are pulled in tight. Elbows are tight to my ribs. And this foot is not trapping his leg, it's inside, and hip up, up, up. And we roll over. So let's do a few of those. And first we'll do it step by step, how I just mentioned. So leg on your back, elbows tucked in, right hand across your chest.
Lay down, you guys, track it, guys. We're tracking here. Let's do it, guys. Everyone down. Make sure you can peek this way and face the camera a little bit, but grab that wrist.
Right hand across your chest, thumbless
There you
grip.
go.
Grab
There you
the
go.
left elbow close to your ribs, but imagine you're holding a phone or a glass of water. And now with both feet in close, their left foot traps over their leg, pull it in tight, and angle your knee to the left a little bit, 45 degrees. From here, I raise my hips up, roll over my shoulder, and land on my knees. Landing on our knees.
Hips, hips. Come on, Peter. Bring the hips and go all the way to your knees.
Try to land on
go.
your knees, Freddie.
Perfect, Peter.
Again.
Nice, Steve. Reset.
On our backs. Right hand across the chest. Thumbless grip. Hold the tricep. Trap the foot on the same side. Hips up, up, up. I land on my knees, on my shoulder,
Big hips,
to
Freddie.
my
Big
knees.
hips, Freddie. Hips, hips up. Go all the way. Nice,
Good hips
bro.
up,
Beautiful.
Andrew. Good landing. Again on the left side, rolling to the left one more time. Right hand across, left hand tricep, trap the foot, angled knee, hip up, 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 land on your knees.
Big hips, you guys, all the way to the knees.
Good, Keith. Now let's do the other side.
Here we go.
Here, now my left hand reaches across my chest, right hand on the tricep, trap the foot, hips up, 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 roll over the shoulder, land to the knees.
Beautiful. Nice, Eric Salvet. Very good.
Good, Chris.
Let's see it. Beautiful.
Left hand across the chest.
Nice, Kenneth. Reset.
Right hand on the tricep. Trap the foot on the same side. Hip
Point
up,
that knee
up,
out,
up,
Kenneth. Point that knee.
over.
There you go. Nice
Into
hips.
your knees.
Beautiful bridges, you guys. Perfect.
Yes. Now, something to consider is this. When you really do this, you don't trap the wrist, the tricep, and the foot. You trap the wrist, the tricep, and the foot all at the same time. So from here, my hands are blocking my face. I'm ready for whatever, and then I go. One. So wrist, elbow, and foot all together, and even the bridge. Look, boom, boom, and I bridge. So once each on each side. Lay on your back, please.
Maybe
all
just
together.
do the touches all together, and before the bridge, just do the touches.
Don't
together.
bridge, just the touches. Wrist, tricep, and foot, and go.
Nice. All together. The touches. Just don't bridge. Don't bridge. Go back. Do it again.
From zero, like this, from zero, wrist, tricep, and foot all together. Wrist, tricep,
Nice
and foot.
touches, you guys. Yep, yep. Wrist, tricep, foot. Go.
Boom.
Oh, beautiful.
And boom.
Now, yeah, beautiful. Boom.
And now wrist, tricep, and foot, and then bridge. Boom, and bridge.
Hips, 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 hips. Good timing. Good, Aubrey. Beautiful.
Finish it all the way over, David. Good. Yes, good landing on the knees.
Great, Paul. Touch, touch, touch. Everything touches all together.
Now, the thing is this, because even though I have good control, I have the wrist, the tricep, this feels good. The truth is, if he wants to rip his arm out of here, and he has 2, 3, 4 seconds, depending how much experience I have, he can get his arm free. So you don't want to grab the arm until you're ready to bridge. I'm here, when I touch it,
No
bridge.
time to decipher it.
So now the chance of him even pulling his arm out from my grab is unlikely, because my grab doesn't indicate that I'm gonna throw you.
Right.
My grab is just me holding your arm.
Yep.
My bridge is what's gonna make him wanna pull his hand out. So just be ready, just grab the arm and own it. The next variation is the punch block variation. If somebody mounts you, they can trust that they're gonna wanna sit up to punch if they wanna do serious damage. So now the technique is, as he mounts me, I need to manage the distance. I need to close the distance, hold his body. And now I pull him down, climb north, trap his arm, trap his foot. So I have a different, modified version of this arm trap, plus a leg trap. As I bridge, I reach. And I roll. So by myself, the moment the person mounts on me, as the mount happens, we're gonna sit up, hug the body, and pull the person down. Yes, we can all do it.
Everyone down, let's go. Follow
Everyone
along.
can do it.
Follow the party, guys.
We're all
Here we
laying
go.
down.
Let's
So,
do it.
just actually sit up 3 times. Sit up, hug, and pull the person down. So from your back, you sit up, you grab your wrist behind their body, and pull them back down.
Very nice.
Keep your head a little bit off the ground, simulating keeping the head close to the chest. Again, pull it down. Great. Now, last one, we pull them down, and from here now, we're gonna move north.
Great, Chris.
We're gonna use our shoulders and our arm and move north, climb a little bit, like 8 inches.
Nice.
Now, as my right arm stays hugging the person's back, I shouldn't say right arm, I should say my back arm. I'm facing this way, so my back arm hugs, and now the side that I'm facing, watch this, I wrap around their arm. I have a tricep grab, elbow pinch, body hug, foot trap, trap on the left side. Now hips up, and finish it, and roll to your knees. Again, on our backs. Let's all look to our left. As you sit up to hug the body, pull the person down, we're looking to our left side. You should be facing to your left. As you're looking to your left, climb north. Climb north. Now with the right arm hugging the body, okay, the left hand reaches up, up, and through and wraps around their arm. So your elbow traps their arm and your hand grabs the tricep.
Nice, Monique.
Keeping your head close, you trap the foot on the side of the tricep grab. And now, feet close. As you bridge your hugging arm, reach and roll to your knees.
Big reach, go. Reach, reach, reach. Nice, good, Vanessa. Awesome, Emma. Good one.
Again, same side, hug the body. Sit up, hug the body, pull them down.
Keep your head close, you guys. Don't let the head sag, please. Keep your head on their chest.
Use your feet, use your arms, move north, move, move. Great. Keeping the body hug with the right hand, we're looking to the left. Reach up, up, and through, and then I wrap the arm. Holding the tricep, elbow pinch, body hug. Trap the foot on the same side, feet loaded close to your hips, big bridge, and reach. Land on your knees. Good landing on the knees, Adam. The landing on the knees, for whatever reason, when you do it by yourself, is probably the most forgotten detail. People land on their stomachs a lot. But
yeah, true.
A lot of knee landing. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. On our backs, we're laying down, sit up, hug the body, pull the person down.
Nice, Gribes.
I'm now looking to my right. I climb north, slide a little bit, shoulder walk. Beautiful. Keeping your head close, left arm is hugging, right hand reach through, wraps the arm. Right hand hold the tricep, right elbow pinching, trap on the right side. All right side is locked down. Hip up, 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 bridge to the right.
Excellent.
Land on your knees.
Nice.
Again on our backs, one more on this side. As soon as the person mounts, before they sit up, hug the body, pull them down. Right away. Use your feet, move north. Keep your head close. Left arm is hugging the back, right hand comes through, through. Wrap the arm. Right hand holds the tricep, right, trap the right foot. Big bridge, big reach, and go to your knees.
Perfect. Good, Kerry. Nice, Giancarlo.
Any questions on this?
Good, Richard.
Trap
Greg.
and roll, punch block variation. No sound.
In the clinch,
Hold on.
are you worried about your face?
When you clinch.
Gouges.
Yes, at any time you're fighting someone, you have to consider eye gouges. Did I say eye gouges? Yes, anytime you have to consider eye gouges. But we do also recognize, we believe, we understand, and from our experience, we've seen that most people, their first reaction is not to eye gouge, it's to punch. But it doesn't mean that if I'm here and I sit up a little bit and say he sits up, freeze. Like right now, his right hand right here to access my face is possible. And I can use my feet, push off my feet, and do this. Eye gouge me again. Oh.
It's so hard.
And then I gouge me again. Look, oh yes, I bring my arm through. So whether I use my feet and I pull his hand back to the ground, or I swim and now I trap the arm in the direction that I'm facing, either way I can keep those fingers from
Manage the
doing too much
distance,
damage.
manage the damage, you guys. By staying close, we're avoiding the dangerous strikes from the bottom of the mount. Very good. Let's do the headlock variation, and we'll do the open guard pass where you step over their legs. So check this out.
If somebody mounts you now and they hug your neck, Henry mentioned they might have a little wrestling experience. They get low, they hug your neck, they put their hooks in around your legs.
And these are called hooks when my legs are kind of grapevined inside and I'm hooking his shins. These are called hooks right here, so I use those to keep myself on the mount.
This allows him to put more pressure on my hips, but he's giving me 2 gifts right now. One gift is he's giving me this leg trap, and he's giving me this arm. He's actually giving me 3. The other hook he's giving me, I don't even need though, so I'm gonna remove it. As I secure this, now I bridge him. So anytime somebody grabs you or headlocks you, and they're on top of the mount, it is a huge gift. So a headlock
Real quick,
is no exception.
And let's show the corresponding leg. This is very important, you guys. I'm gonna hug Hito with my right hand, okay? Envision yourselves for 1 second. And I'm hooking both of his legs with my legs. If he were to trap my arm and simply roll to his headlock side, my left foot, this foot, prevents the entire roll from happening. But watch what he does slowly. He untangles that foot, so now he kept this leg, but my other leg is not hooked onto him. So you have to remove the back hook in order to do the trap and roll to the direction you want to go, which is towards the headlock direction.
Notice how it's removed, and then when it touches the ground, boom, we go.
Boom.
We don't remove it and touch and wait 3 seconds because they can reinsert the hook. So from our backs, everyone's laying down. The person hugs your neck with their right hand. So your left hand goes kind of by your ear, and just imagine pinning their bicep, tricep to your head. Now both hooks are in. You're hugging their back with the right arm. Right leg up into the air, circle it slowly as the right foot touches the ground. Boom, explodes.
Boom.
And roll over your shoulder to your knees.
Excellent.
Again, I'm on my back. Elbows are tucked in.
Elbows in, feet
Right-handed headlock just happened. So my left hand secures the arm. Right arm is hugging the body, keeping me close. And now I kick my right leg up into the air, so I remove the hook that I don't need. As the foot touches, bridge. Boom.
Nice, Amanda. Awesome. Great, you guys. Good,
Other
Kenneth.
side, other side. Now it's a left-handed headlock, which means that my right hand secures it, keeps it. Once they headlock you, I don't want them to pull their arm out anymore. They made a mistake. They gave you the headlock, now it's yours. So I take the arm and I glue it. Both hooks are in, so I hug the body with my left arm, remove the left hook. The foot touches down, bridge.
Big bridge. Boom. Right when it touches. That's the most important detail. You kill a hook, you better bridge right after.
One more time on that side. Elbows are tucked in, headlock happens, right hand trap, left arm hugging the body. Left foot up to the sky, circle it, left foot touches, bridge, and roll to your knees.
So then what?
After you roll to your knees, you end up here. Every time you guys rolled today, friends, every single slice, you guys landed inside the person's legs because they were mounted on you. Look, now I'm no longer mounted, but my legs are still around his torso. The most immediate option from here is to sit up, brace their abdomen, jump up and get up in base. When you do that, you want to have one leg back, one leg forward. Look how he does it. He jumps up like this in a strong 1 foot front base stance. Come back down. But if chances are you land here and you don't want to disengage, because disengaging means they're going to get up also. So unless you plan on running, just getting off the guy for the sake of getting off may make it more difficult once he stands up. To prevent that standing engagement from ensuing, the question is, how can we advance from inside their legs into the mount? Well, in lesson number 23, which we saw yesterday morning, we cover an underhook guard pass that's very effective. There's another option when their legs are uncrossed that's very reliable as well, where Hito's gonna stay very low, and he's gonna push my leg down and then slide his leg right over. Boom! Then he hugs the neck, then he underhooks my other arm, and then he slides his other knee right over, and he can go straight into the mount, transitioning straight into the mount very basically by sliding over my leg. So let's walk through those details there, Hito.
Slide my knee through.
Look at that.
It's inside my arm, and my foot is still draped over his thigh. It's like as if this was his thigh, my foot is still hooked on. Now, once I bring that knee through, my arm hugs his neck, and I put my hand out for base.
Underhook.
So both my hand and my knee, they serve as kind of roll prevention measures.
See that? Spread.
Now from here, my second knee My second knee slides right through here. Watch this, without lifting my hips too high so I'm off balance. Keeping my hips low, my knee slides through. And then I remove my foot and I insert my hooks now, bringing my feet together.
With hip pressure, hands out wide. Lay down, hands out, hooks in, and driving your hip pressure. So it's much heavier than landing sitting up like this, where the suspect can just kind of push you off. So make sure you put your hooks in when you get low. Let's show it solo. You don't check it out. You guys can follow along. You guys, everyone on your knees, as if you just rolled someone out. Look how wide his knees are.
On
guys,
your knees.
Look at how wide his knees are. Instead of this, you're gonna be here and here, low. Oh.
Instead of what?
Instead of, yeah, because you're tippable. You're tippable.
Knees wide, forearms on the ground. Now my right hand, imagine pushing their thigh to the ground. When you do this, my right knee now comes inside my arm.
Inside.
Once the right knee is
We're
through,
doing it, guys. Follow along, everybody. Here we go. The knee comes through.
Right arm, imagine hugging the person's neck. Perfect. Now put your left hand out for base.
Imagine that arm is under the suspect's
So
arm.
notice my right knee and my left hand are to either side of the person. And then from there, once you have this, the second knee now slides over, and now we're in the mount, and put our hooks in, put your feet together, lay all the way down, and put your hands out for
Nice,
base.
Harsha. Good, Ashley. Superman position there at the end. Good, Paul. Here we go.
Again, knees and elbows, knees and forearms. Knees and forearms, the person's legs are uncrossed. I push the leg down, sliding my knee through inside my arm. And now my right arm hugs the neck. Left hand goes out for base. With the left, be here for a moment. 2, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. When they slow down, my second knee comes through. And now I shoot my hooks inside, lay down, and put all the weight on the person, hands out wide. Let's do the other side. I'm down, my left arm now pins the leg down. Knee comes through, left knee comes through. Once that knee is through, this arm has no other job down here on the legs. It goes to the neck. The left arm hugs the neck. And the right hand goes out for base. See my right hand and my opposite leg. And from there, second knee comes through and go to the mount. Full hooks
in,
full
hip heavy,
pressure.
heavy hips. Yeah, toes up. Almost like your knees should be off the ground. You should put so much hip pressure, chest up, knees off the ground. Float those knees. Great.
One more time, left side. Left hand pushes the knee to the ground.
Low hips, wide knees. Stay low. Push
My
your
knee comes through. My left knee comes through. Left arm hug the neck. Right hand out for base. And then final right leg through. Both hooks in. Mount. Hip pressure. Hands out. Something to consider for you guys as you know, one day you do this against somebody with a partner, especially with a friend. If you push right here and your body is limiting this thigh's movement, it creates a stretch, which is uncomfortable. So before pushing this leg down, I move a little bit to this side to allow for a little more,
Yeah, my thighs to go together.
a little more space. So be aware of that. Let's do the whole thing now, whole sequence. We'll trap and roll to guard pass. So on our backs, everyone's laying down. And now you think about your plan is the person mounts on you. You would like to sit up to grab them. But as you sit up to grab them, they pin you down with both of their arms. So they can't hold their body. So then I take the wrist, right hand across the chest, left hand on the tricep, left foot trap. And now I bridge, roll over to my knees. I'm on top, my head is low, my forearms are blocking their arms. Be here 2, 3 seconds. When they slow down, my right hand pushes the leg down. Bring the right knee through. Right arm hugs the neck. Left hand out for base. Low, low, low. Left knee through. Full mount. Full hooks. Hands out for base. One more time. On our backs. This time I sit up. I hug the person's body. I pull him down. I begin to move north. But now they wrap my neck in a headlock. I thought they're gonna keep their hands on the ground, but they headlocked me now in the middle of my trap and roll punch block variation. So I grab, it's a right-handed headlock. Left hand, trap the arm. Right arm, hug the body. Left foot, trap. Same side. We should trap the left foot and then make sure they don't have the other one trapped. Remove the right hook. And now touch and bridge.
Beautiful.
Roll
Coming
to
up,
your knees.
coming up. Good, William. Good, Peter.
So look at those two variations right here, Hannah.
Yeah.
Look at those two variations. He sits up, I wanna hug his body, but he pushes me down. I can't hug his body, so I go to this, and I roll. So that is one, very common. And the other one is I hug his body, I pull him down, but he headlocks me. He might shoot his hooks in, which makes my life even easier. Tricep, remove the back hook, and bridge. So you see how we started off going for the trap and roll punch variation, but we ended using the standard. Or we started off with punch and we ended headlock. From standing?
Yep.
Now we'll do it from standing. Leg hook takedown, and we'll create a situation where we do the takedown, but we get thrown off, which forces the need for the trap and roll.
Standing up, a little
Hands
distance,
up.
little distance, yeah, a little distance,
Hands
little
up,
movement,
knees
little footwork.
bent. Hands up, knees bent, bladed stance, moving around, and then envision yourself now coming in and grabbing a hold of somebody. Wrap around their body. Now that you have the clinch, you attempt to fold them, but you can't, so you do a setup step, you hook their leg, you pivot, you take them down, foot, hands, and mount. Leg hook takedown. Now from the mount, you get thrown off the mount. You fall off. And then somehow they mount on you. This should never happen, but if it does, it's okay, because you're here today. So as soon as they mount, you sit up, hug the body, pull them down. Move north, north, north. Right arm hugging the back. And the side that I'm facing, I wrap around the arm. Tricep grab, foot trap on the left side also, same side. Big bridge and reach.
Okay.
And I'm out. And now hands on the stomach, pop up and get away. Very nice. Question?
Is your hip off the mat at the 2-arm hug or on the mat?
Is your hip? What did it say?
Is your hip off the mat in the 2-arm hug or on the mat? When you sit up and hug the body. When you sit up and hug the body, look, he hugs the body. Hidon's hips are on the ground. Let's move a little bit.
My hips are on the ground, yeah.
So you sit up, you hug the body, your hips are on the ground, then you push off your feet to drive them down. When he climbs north, when he does this, he may slide his hips off the ground like a half an inch.
Barely.
Just like hydroplaning so he can slide north more easily. Why do you pin the hips and not the chest when getting up? Good question. So after the trap and roll, when I'm in Hidon's guard right here, and I just rolled him, the question is, why do you pin the hips and not the chest when getting up? I don't feel like I can get up as easily with this pressure here. The easiest way to get up is put your hands beneath your shoulders. That's why that feels stronger. I can get up in much quicker base. If you were to stand up off the ground and you were to put your hands way out in front of you, getting up here versus...
Well, what you would do, go back, if you put your hands there, you would move your legs forward to then get up.
Yeah, which I can't.
Correct, you can't because I'm here.
The hips are blocking. Great question.
And
So
also in the future of jiu-jitsu, go back, in general, when you're inside someone's guard, as just habit, you want to block arms, block hips. When you put hands near neck, then you put elbows
near hips.
in position to be arm locked.
So you can be submitted if your hands are too high above the center line here.
When passing the guard and you push the leg down, I believe there's a question about striking right here, right?
Yeah, are you exposed for a strike when you push this leg down right here? Can you hit me in the face?
So back to the earlier question, you guys. Punches will happen. Now, go back in my guard, please. If I'm here, if my focus is to strike, Henner will address my arms. Now, once my focus becomes to get away, I start moving, he controls my hips, pins my leg, and he goes. And if I begin to punch again, he can go back to blocking. So the answer is yes, you have to kind of dance according to the music. And know that those punches, as he mentioned earlier, those are 2s and 3s on the scales of effectiveness compared to a 10, which happens if he's standing reading a book and I punch him in the face, I blindside him.
All punches exist on that scale, you guys. And punches when your head and the punch power is determined by how many joints are involved in the strike. If someone puts their head on my chest and I hit him like this, look, it's just this joint right here, this structure, versus hitting someone who's here where you include your shoulder, versus if you're standing and you include your hips in the rotation. So all those added joints into the power of the punch are significant, and a punch like this is the least of our concerns. In fact, a punch is probably what I would rather them be doing versus trying to push or get away, because that way at least their hands are busy doing something and they're not pushing me, preventing me from advancing my position to the mount. I learned a variation where climbing north, you grab the bad guy's shoulders. Yes, you can grab the person's shoulders or you can lock your hands behind their back. Both are okay. Locking hands is good when they're thinner. If they're much wider and you can't lock your hands due to the circumference of their body, grabbing their shoulders or their shirt is a great way to facilitate that northward climb when you come up here to wrap the arm and make the bridge and roll. Excellent. Any other questions? Cool? All right. Review the order of the top and bottom hand again. The order of the...
While wrapping.
Which move? The guard pass, or the trap and roll, or the guard pass? Oh.
Oh, to the clinch.
Yes, sure. So standing up on the takedown again, Hidon's here. When I wrap Hidon's body, you guys, look. I come in here, if I'm on this side of his body, I wrap his back with this hand, and my support hand grabs the wrist from the top, no thumb, and is pulling it in. Think of it like a crowbar across his back, and I'm grabbing that crowbar and I'm pulling it in with my head facing the center here. So I'm off to one side with your head here. If I switch sides, this becomes my crowbar, and my other hand hooks it, and I pull it in right there. Okay, and then for the footwork, from here, wide base, wide base, I do my setup step with my front leg, there's my setup step, and then I do my calf hook with my other leg, and then I turn him and drop him in the direction. Then you take that big safety step, and you change levels, and then you kind of slide right into the mount, and you're good to go. Excellent, you guys. All right, let's grab a seat. Close your eyes, face the camera, breathe with us. Big inhale all the way to the top, and then we'll empty the lungs all the way to the bottom. Let's go big all the way in. Beautiful. Your academy opens back up. You just got to go to class. Great. You're on your way back to the car, and out of nowhere, you get punched in the back of the head. This happened to me once in Las Vegas. Some guy just ran by and punched. I was young, I was like 17, got punched, and he just ran off with his friends. So you just get punched in the back of the head. You turn around, there's someone right in your face. You don't know why, you don't know what, you don't know how. All you know is they might try to strike you again, so you step in, you lock up the clinch on their hips. Wildly, they're still hitting you, but now it's totally different because they're just right here. And you're surprised in that moment, you're shocked, actually, because you're like, wow, they're hitting me, but it doesn't hurt at all. It's almost like it's not even happening. You're in the clinch so tight. So you keep your clinch, you bite your teeth, you're holding their hips, they're moving, they're a little bit off balance, but their legs are wide, so you set up step in the center, you hook a leg, you sweep it out, and man, they go crashing down. But right before your hands get crushed underneath their body, you release your hands, you descend into the mount. And what you expect to be kind of a compliant person on their back, cooperating when you mount, is not. They bridge immediately, they bench press you off. You didn't put your hooks in, you didn't control the mount perfectly, so now they roll up on top of you, they achieve the mount on you. Instantly when they mount, you don't ask any questions. You close the distance, you lock their waist and torso with your hands, and you pull them down. Their hands are on the ground, they're trying to sit up, and every time they do, you pull them back down. Try to sit up, then they're hitting you with one hand while posting with the other. From that position, you're like, wow, that's pretty annoying. So you take your same side hand, you shoot it up, and you wrap that arm on the same side. You're staying as close as possible this whole time. And you finally got a nice arm trap right there. When you do that, they're both of their hooks hook into your shins. So you clear the back hook while maintaining your closeness. You kill one hook, like the headlock variation, even though you're doing the punch block. And then you bridge up, you roll the person over. There's no one around. And you feel that if you get up, he's gonna get up and attack you. So instead, you stay very low, head in the chest. You push his thigh down, you slide your knee over, you hug the neck, you watch your balance the whole time. You're very conscientious of your base. You go into full mount, put your hooks in, and all you hear is this. Like you crushing their abdomen, and they hate it. And they're having trouble because there's so much pressure on the diaphragm, they can't inhale easily. And you put a good hip pressure, nice neck hug, hands out, and you say, hey man, I don't know who you are, I don't know why you punched me, but we need to wrap this up. Are we good? Yeah, sorry, having a really bad day. All right, let's not make it any worse. I'm gonna let you up, I'm good, are you good? Yeah, we're good. Take some pressure off, they cooperate, you get up cautiously, you maintain the distance, and then they get up, and they walk the other way. Congratulations, you guys, you survived. Manage the distance, manage the damage. It's so interesting, right? Like so many people think they won't get into a fight because they're not aggressive people, but the people who attack people don't operate based on logical principles, rules of engagement, laws of civilization, right? Respect code, none of that. They just, crazy people do crazy things. And whether you're witness something crazy or you're the subject of someone crazy's attack, you just gotta be ready for whatever comes your way, and that's the beauty of jiu-jitsu. Yes. You guys are investing in that every single day. Well done, you guys.
One thing also in terms of trap and roll, be very clear that if you dedicate 6 months, a year and a half to jiu-jitsu, the chances of them getting mounted by somebody who has no experience
very low.
Is very, very, very low. But it doesn't mean that being very proficient at escaping the mount is not very important. I'm not gonna get mounted. If I get in 1,000 street fights, not one person will mount me.
It won't happen.
But the fact that I know that if anybody in the world mounts me, I can get out.
Is why no one will mount you.
No, that's not why nobody will
I
mount
know,
me.
it just was a good wrap up. It worked.
No, it didn't.
It just worked.
No, the fact that I know nobody will mount me and that I can escape, it changes the way that I exist.
I know.
My presence.
I know.
So they won't even engage with me.
I know. So your trap and roll is your
trap and roll
is your fight de-escalator.
It's what allows them to look at me from 20 yards away and say, no,
not him.
not today.
Not him, not today.
Because you emanate a certain energy when you can trap and roll anybody, which is what we worked on today.
Excellent. Well, friends, thanks for joining us today. Lesson number 1. Tomorrow morning, lesson number 2. We look forward to seeing you there. Americana arm locks and managing and closing the distance on an aggressive opponent. It's going to tie in perfectly with today's techniques. Hopefully you can join us in the morning, 10 a.m. We have Master Cycle here starting in a few minutes if you're going to hang around for that, or you're one of the more advanced white belts. We'd love to see you there. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock.